Welcome back. It is 1600. Super exciting. Very ready for it. In the last one, um, Marie and Luke had another baby girl. She was unable to convince him to make Elias his heir. She is starting to plot something. So we are going to deal with her plots this year. Very excited. And we are going to check out, what birthdays we have for this year. So I did download some new Sims from Sebmarin. Thank you for uploading so many Sims. Also, before I say anything else, you guys, we are going to be headed to America in the next 20 years. So if you have any Indigenous people Sims that you would like to include in the gallery with my hashtag Megan Plays Sims so that I can include them once we move, I am looking for some of that. So if you are one of those people who likes to make Sims for other people, I will be making requests now. But yeah, so I did download some people, and Humphrey also is going to get married to Clarice after all. We can say that in the background there was some drama, like Humphrey almost lost Clarice to Richard, but then he was her cousin. Anyway, so moving on with this situation. First, we have our new baby, Caitlin. Can't get an 8 or a 16. She got very close. Brengwine de Malhoun can't get a 7, 14, or 19. Also very close. What are you guys doing to me? Isabella. Our dear Isabella, no 2, 4, or 6. She survives. And then we have Camille Waldrick II, no 7 or 13. Survived. Okay, we're doing good so far. Humphrey Dubois becoming a young adult, no 3 or 18. And then Yasmina de Mohun can't get anything less than a 7. Oh my gosh, everyone lives. You are doing this just for me. Thank you, Dice. Okay, but that's okay because I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this yet, but we are going to have some rolls later in this video. I don't know yet if I'm going to make those live or not. It'll kind of depend on where I am while I'm recording and whether or not other people are around because I wait until there's nobody in the house to do these voiceovers because I get embarrassed. Anyway, let's hop into the game. Let's do this. Okay, so first we are going to do our weddings. So we have Humphrey Dubois II marrying Clarice Brigg, who he actually has been dating for a long time, but almost lost her to someone else. But then they got back together because the other people were cousins. So they are going to finally get married to each other and be very happy and have lots of babies. They are single-handedly going to repopulate the Dubois family, provided they don't die. But, you know, that's always a risk we take. So that is the first family that we are creating. And then the second one is with Richard Hobard III. So we were going to try to marry him last year and it didn't work out. So I had to add some new Sims from Sebmarin in. And so we are going to add some just random townies. They're not family or anything. They're just like bachelorette groups. And so we are going to have Richard be marrying Belail now? Oh my gosh, I'm so awful. Bolanle. Bolanle? Maybe. Yes. I'm just terrible at pronunciation, don't mind me. She's gorgeous, and she is going to make a great addition to the Hobart family, and she is going to be married to Richard, and they are going to have 5 kids. Yeah, the Dubois are all the way up to 9, so they are, this baby wasn't even, so okay, the Dubois family was supposed to die out. This baby, Humphrey, wasn't even supposed to be born. You guys remember, I just went over their house one day and I was like, is she pregnant? So that was really funny, is that the Dubois family was not taking that sitting down. They were like, no, we're going to be in this game still. So that's what's going on there. And I'm just getting them pregnant and everything right now. So here we go with that. And we are going to then, I forgot to add her to the group, so I'm going to have to do that really quickly. Whoops, it's fine, everything's fine. And then we'll get her pregnant, and then, yeah, we'll continue on with our game. We are having Luke continue to work on his archaeology stuff, obviously. He's not just stopping that because of all the kids and stuff, but
I mean, we're starting to get to a pretty full house. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have room for one more baby. But Yasmina just had her baby. Unfortunately, did not survive. It was another girl anyway. So there is still not an heir to the De Mohun family. So that is really interesting, especially considering our actions that we're about to take here. So, like I said, the baby did not survive, unfortunately. And next, we are going to send her home because I really don't want you here. Yeah, he's just going to do his archaeology stuff. And then I'm going to have Luke make a will because we haven't done that yet. And I think that, it's important for him to have one. And so what we're going to have happen here is that I actually don't know how to do this in the game. I should probably look it up. But I think you can like buy a fake will from somebody at some point. So that is Marie's plan. Is she is planning on making her two sons title holders. Whether her husband and her ex like it or not. So there's only really one way to do that without their permission. So we're gonna get to that in just a second. But for now, we do have Luke making his own will, splitting things up evenly among his children and even among the other children that he doesn't know are his, because he's just like a good guy like that. He's not gonna, not have those kids be taken care of. And then him and Marie are gonna get a little woohoo, and she still does want to have a son with him in case her plan backfires, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then we are going to age up Caitlin. So here is our daughter. She is so cute. She has her mother's green eyes. I love the green eyes. Those are so pretty. And then she is now an infant. We're going to check the mail there. And then so far, it doesn't look like she's pregnant, but we'll see. And then we're going to have Marie actually give William, her son, a talk. She's going to tell him that he needs to, start acting like a future duke. And William's very confused because William has a tough life. Like William has been cast out by his father, and he doesn't really understand. He's too young to understand. And so Marie's telling him yeah, well, William is your father, and he is, but no one can really prove that during this time period. And so William definitely has some issues regarding his parentage, regarding his father, disowning him and having to, step into this new life and everything. Luke knows William is not his because he did not woohoo with Marie before he was born. So William has some problems, some hang-ups, obviously, some daddy issues, and Marie is just trying to prime him to be the next duke regardless. And now Marie is going to go meet with Aeneas, and they're going to talk about their plan, which we're going to enact very shortly. And so basically what they're thinking is they will forge the wills of Luke and William, and they'll kill them, and they'll get their kids to be the title holders. However, how are they going to kill them? It's going to be so obvious. So Marie was like, we need an event, a natural disaster or something that will cause a bunch of people to die. And it just so happens that, they also die in that, and that this is what happens. And William doesn't even have a son, and neither does Luke. So neither of them have sons. So her sons are really the only fair choices. So the two of them are kind of plotting, and they know that there's this big ball coming up. And so there's this big event coming, and they are going to, do something at that event that causes mass casualties. Meanwhile, Aeneas also, he doesn't super trust Marie, so he is, they're getting into bed together, they're woohooing. It's not a romance thing, they're woohoo partners. They're friends with benefits. But the reason that he wants to make sure to cross that line with her is because he doesn't want her to be able to just be like, oh, it was him, and blame him for everything and then just kind of run away from the problem. So she definitely, he wants to make sure she is just, that if he's going down, she's going with him, So They are definitely not super trusting of each other, obviously. They're considering they're going with this. And also, she knows she just woohooed with someone else, so she's going to woohoo with her husband too. And actually, she does become pregnant, and we don't know who the baby's father is. We don't know. So that is going to be so exciting. And what if it's a boy? Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't even know what to say about that. So I'm really excited about that. I have no idea about the baby. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Um, and then we do have William trying to make friends with the other kids. He has been kind of isolating, but I think that after his mother kind of talked him up and was like, well, you're going to be a duke. Like, you're going to be super popular and you need to make connections and all this stuff. And so he is definitely, focusing on trying to make some friends with the other kids. And then, a lot of them, like, he sees his cousin here that is Yasmina and Angelo's daughter. And, when they were very small, they lived together. And so I think he's just trying to, be friendly with the other kids. Of course, I do not think that Theta has a super high opinion of him because I'm sure she's heard in her own household that he, was potentially an illegitimate child and everything. But she's not, but they don't know. See, that's the problem with that. They didn't have DNA testing back then, so they couldn't prove it. And that was a real hardship for them. I can't wait. Okay, when we get to modern times, we can download all those mods for, like, find out if the baby is mine and all that stuff. That'll be fun. But in the meantime, we are going to just have Luke continue to do some of his archaeology stuff. Yeah, she's definitely pregnant, but we don't know who the father is because she did woohoo with both of them, so who knows? And then we're going to just head right into our special event. So I'm going to do this next part like live talking. So this is very exciting. Let's get into it. We're going to head out to the ball, and then we're going to see what Marie and Aeneas have planned for our other Sims. Okay, so here we are in the ball. I think let's go to events, actually, and make a new event. Copy, paste, and we'll do 1600 ball massacre. Cur? Okay. So, what we're going to do is have them poison the food. So, which I can't actually do, but let's just pretend for now. So they are going to poison all the food and try to be really careful about which food they pick and like what they're trying to, trying to do and trying to not get poisoned themselves, but also like eat the food so that they're able to have kind of deniability in that. So that is something that they're focused on. And of course, we are going to give the opportunity for the two of them to accidentally ingest poison. So I'm going to roll for everyone who is in the club. Obviously, infants and babies are not here to try that. So we are just going to start right at the, oh my gosh, no way. Oh, because she's vegetarian. I made her eat turkey. Oh my gosh. Well, she's going to pretend that she's sick anyway if she doesn't die. So let's actually start at the top. Yasmina, you are already showing a lot for someone who just got pregnant again. Oh, and if anybody is pregnant and they roll to die, then I think we'll just do an extra roll for the baby to see if the baby also dies. Like, it'll be a premature baby. Okay, so Yasmina is first in this list. And I'm going to do a 1 on a d6 will kill them. So I don't plan on killing too many people, but a 1 on a d6 will commit murder. Oh my gosh! You guys. How did that just happen? You saw that happen. Yasmina de Mohun. Oh my gosh, she just passed away. And she's pregnant, you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll... She, like, is very freshly pregnant. I don't think the baby would survive. How are we going to do this? Should I roll for the baby? Then roll for the baby to be born? No, you know what? If they're pregnant, then they lose the baby. Because all of them are below their second trimester in pregnancy. So there's no planet on which the baby would survive. So, oh my gosh, Yasmina. Actually, I'm going to have Marie personally hand her the poison because they hate each other. So I think she like specifically would be like, "Oh, Yasmina, try this. Like it'll be great." Like she hates Yasmina. So she would 100% make sure that she was the one who handed that over. Okay. So Yasmina is dying. I cannot believe that just happened. Okay, next on the list is Richard II. He survived. Eustace Hobart. He survived. The Queen we're not rolling for, obviously. Hury Bragg survived. Of course, my Sims are the ones who are dying. Watira Hobart, well, not Hobart anymore, survived. Arun Venian. Okay, everyone is surviving except for my Sims. Joanna. Camille. Vlad the Fifth. Okay, literally everyone is surviving. Is this going to go the way I wanted it to? Yasmina is still here, but is she dying? Okay, where was I? Oh, okay, Marie. No, should we save Marie for last? No. Let's roll for Marie because I'm just doing it in order. Is she going to accidentally ingest the poison? No. Luke. Oh gosh. Luke. No. Nobody's going to die. Should I up the numbers? Sophronia? Okay, if nobody else dies but Yasmina, we have to do something. They can't all live. Jose. Magdalena. Gilbert. Really? No one else? Clarice, Zachariah. Clarice, Zachariah. Okay, okay. Zechariah. Oh, poor Zechariah. He didn't deserve this. I'm like, not enough Sims are dying. I should kill more. I roll for one of them to die, and I'm like, no. Okay, where was I? Oh, shoot. Where was Zechariah in this list? We did Sophronia. I feel like we were close to Aeneas. Did we do Jose? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to... Shoot, I can't remember. Okay, well, Jose, Magdalena, Gilbert. Okay, now we're with Clarice. Okay, and then Aeneas, the partner in crime. Charlotte. Charlotte died. What is Charlotte's last name now? She got married. Whitehead. Bertram. You guys, I should have picked more numbers, I think. I didn't expect nobody from our household to die. Tobias, Mary, Mencia, Hugh. Tobias, Mary, Mencia, Hugh. Well, maybe Marie and Aeneas are not the criminal masterminds that they thought they were. One. William. Oh my gosh, literally nobody is dying. Richard. Okay, well. Oh no, Richard just got married. Oh. Well, I guess you're only having one baby. Who was that? I remembered my place this time. Humphrey. Humphrey. You just got married too. Don't do this. Okay. Miles. Genevieve, Gwendolyn, Beatrice, and Joan. Genevieve, Gwen, Beatrice, Joan. Wow. Okay. I don't know if this is quite the event I thought it was going to be. Peter, Camille, Wyman, Joya. Okay, now we're getting into the kids, which is kind of sad. But there are children here. So that is tough. Okay, Aeneas, Ismay, Gracia, Theta. Aeneas. Ooh, Aeneas just died. Theta. Okay, so Aeneas, Hobart. I mean, there were some deaths, and the death of a child is a big deal. Okay, Paul, William, and... Okay. Okay, now William. Okay, she didn't kill her own son by accident. That's good. Okay, well... Okay, so we lost 5 Sims, and not the Sims that Marie had hoped would die. She wanted William and Luke to die. Are you, like, just stuck there? Okay. She wanted William and Luke to die, and then they didn't. But a child did pass, which is disappointing. Yasmina passed, which I feel like is something that, yeah, Marie would like. What now? What now? I think we're just going to have to be like, oh my gosh, and everybody's going to go home, and maybe we'll have Marie try a more direct way of getting rid of her ex and her husband some other time. I think we can make this a storyline that lasts more than 1 year. What I was thinking initially was that if Luke died, that Marie would like take control of the household and put her son in charge. If William died, she was able to do that with little William. And then I was thinking if Marie died, it meant that she like failed and she accidentally ingested the poison. And if Luke lived, that she would get caught somehow. But we can have her get caught some other time. Like we can, for right now, just have the event be a disaster that 5 people died, and that there's going to be an ongoing investigation that might not get solved right this second. So, anyway, let's bring everyone home, and I will go back into voiceover, speeded up video stuff. So, okay, let's go back and continue the rest of the year. All right, so we are back home now afterwards, and obviously Marie is upset that her plan didn't go exactly as she thought it would, but that's just the way it is. And so I'm just going to go through really quick into getting rid of some of these Sims and, trying to get them removed from the tree and all that stuff. Not removed from the tree, you know what I mean. Spreadsheet. Okay, so regardless, Marie is pretty upset that things didn't go the way she wanted them to, but that's neither here nor there. So she's going to kind of, suck up to Luke a little bit and be like, oh, I'm so sorry about Yasmina. Like, let me give you a massage. Let me help you, console you, blah, blah, blah. And she's pregnant also, which is very exciting. We will find out when the baby is born who the father is. Obviously, we need to know for our heir line and everything, but also for our story purposes. And but I don't want to spoil the gender, so we're not gonna look at that until after. So it is also Isabella's birthday, so Isabella is going to age up into a child. So now her and William are both children, and getting to know the other kids and everything. So we're going to start doing some more stuff with them, obviously. So that is fine. Oops. Gotta start getting my other stuff to not make noises while I'm voice recording. Okay, so anyway, We're going to have everyone come over for the birthday party. Obviously, Marie wouldn't host a birthday party for Isabella, but Sophronia is going to make things happen because obviously that's her daughter and she cares very much about her having a good experience, regardless of if her mother is around as much as she'd like to be. But, she's doing the best she can. So that's where we're at there. All of our family members are here to celebrate and have some cake and have a good time. Everyone's congratulating Humphrey on his wedding, and everyone is happy. So there is one good thing happening in their lives after the situation regarding the poisonings. Obviously, there's an investigation that is ongoing but has not been wrapped up yet. But people are just starting to deal with the aftermath of the situation and dealing with, losing people that they care about and they love very much and all of that. So now, birthdays. We're going to wrap this year up. We have Caitlin Larkin becoming an infant, Bragwine de Mohun becoming a toddler, Isabella Larkin becoming a child, Camille Waldrick II becoming a teenager, Humphrey Dubois II becoming a young adult, Yasmina de Mohun, Zechariah Vinian, Charlotte Whitehead, Richard Hobart III, and Aeneas Hobart all passing away in the incident. Also, hello, your stories, neighborhood stories, are not even on, and you're getting married. But yes, and then Humphrey and Richard did both get married. So those are the kind of life changes that we have going on this year. Let's see, next year we have Caitlin becoming a toddler, Elias becoming a child. So just some other stuff going on there and us dealing with. So we're going to continue on with this plot line in the next part. Marie is not done trying to make sure her sons get to sit in those title positions, so she is not giving up yet. And I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I had a lot of fun rolling, even though maybe I should have made the rolls a little harder, but then I probably would have lost everybody and cried about it. So, it's a lose-lose for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.